So the next thing I want you guys to do is I want you to be able to denote on your floor plans where you have an overhead plane. So I'm definitely going to want you to do that for each of your levels. So right now, for me, I really only have something going on in the mezzanine. Now, likely for you all, you should be at this point probably designing something also going on in the next ceiling plane. So just to mimic that, let's just create something that is happening in the above ceiling. I'm going to kind of just put in something. It's not really well thought through, but there it is. Go to the section, make sure that it's in the right location. Level 3, and then give it a negative from something like that almost. Those lines, they actually give it a little thickness. Probably need more thickness than that. Just remember when you're creating these things, you want them to look kind of real. And in this case, I'm spanning some 25 feet. So something that thin would never span that. To actually span 25 feet, I would need probably some steel joists going across here and then hang this. But I could fake it a little bit more by creating a really thick surface. So instead of that, maybe 1 foot. So maybe I'd want to join these two things. All right, so obviously here I need to give it some more thickness. What I'm trying to do is get to the point where I'm getting rid of these, I'm covering up those beams at a certain point. And this would be a great time for you to start to use, say, that mask element, because we really would rather not, at this level of the game, show off this actual structure. We're worried about more about putting in just the architectural idea, not kind of exposing the overall innards of the project. Unless they're exposed and we're going to see them architecturally, then we would have them. So that's kind of cool. Just look up, see what's going on back here. Yeah, that's nice. So then this pops out and expresses that idea. This is a little tight, but it actually is kind of clean. Okay, so now we got to go back to our major idea that we wanted to cover here. We go to level 1, and we want to see the hidden line of the next level. So I'm just gonna try something out. I'm gonna go to the mezzanine, not the mezzanine. I'm gonna go level 1 because that's the next level up. I'm just gonna edit the boundary. There's no good way. I don't know why Revit hasn't figured this out, but there's no good way for it to automatically just show you to automatically show you the hidden line. It's not going to happen. Don't even think that it will happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm in the edit boundary. I'm just going to grab the boundary. I'm going to copy it, Control C that. I'm going to go ahead and say, okay. I hit the X if you didn't actually do anything. And then I'm going to go to level 1. And let's just see what happens if I go ahead and paste that in. I'm going to paste to current view. And then I'm going to change these lines to hidden because that are overhead. Okay. All right. So the weird part is it's not showing up. I'm guessing because these floors are just above the floor level, that this line work is on the floor, so it's getting covered up by this 1/4 inch. So you may not have this issue, but if you do, what you want to do is just convert the lines. And what that does, it should just put them on top. Now again, if I went and changed the mezzanine, I'm going to have to then change this. You could go in right now. I'm going to go into my view template. I'm going to make my underlay orientation just briefly say look up. And what you could do is I could lock, see what I'm doing? I'm pulling this away and putting it back on and locking each of these things to back to the mezzanine floor. Okay, you have to decide whether it's worth that effort. It could be. So at this point, if I go in, I'll probably just go ahead and I'm going to tell it to go back the look down my template because I don't necessarily want that. And so I'm going to go into my mezzanine, well, not my mezzanine, I'm going to go to this one. Let's just do something a little off the wall. This one out. Okay, so I'm not sure it actually is going to do what I'm wanting to do. That constraint. That is interesting. I'm thinking that I constrained the wrong thing. So in that case, perhaps this is the master. No. Well, that whole locking bit may have been a false red herring, as it were. So okay, we can ignore that bit. But here you can see it's already there. I'll have to turn this to the look up. If I want to check it, if I change anything, I'll just have to adapt and maybe bring that stuff back in. And then I can just do the same thing with mezzanine. Copy that, go to my mezzanine level, exit out of that, and go ahead and edit or paste to current view. To current view, and then I'm going to change those lines to overhead. One thing I don't like, and this is why you do it, you start to find that you have kind of either alignments that are good or misalignments that are bad. So in this case, I really want this to move over to be flush there. so that it really feels correct. So I'm just going to have to remember to then come in here and edit that boundary. Have it just be flush with that steel. Kind of an impossible joint. It'd be really tough to make, but I think I could do it. And voila, it should be good to go. So here we have the plane above there. On the mezzanine level, we have the plane. Start to see clearly within our design some, you just need to move a couple of things, it looks like. All right, everything's now is in simpatico. All right, very good.